In Greek mythology, the Harpies are fearsome winged creatures, often described as half-woman, half-bird, with the upper body of a woman and the lower body of a bird of prey. They are best known as personifications of storm winds and agents of divine punishment, snatching away souls, food, and even people at the behest of the gods. Origins and description. The name Harpy comes from the Greek word harpezo, meaning to snatch or to seize. According to some myths, the Harpies were originally the daughters of the sea god Thaumas and the Oceanid Electra, making them sisters to Iris, the goddess of the rainbow. In early depictions, Harpies were portrayed as beautiful winged maidens, but over time, their image became more monstrous and terrifying. In their more common form, Harpies are depicted as having the face and torso of a woman and the wings, claws, and tail of a bird, with a particularly ravenous and grotesque appearance. They were known for their sharp talons and their ability to fly at great speeds, swooping down on their targets without warning. Role in Greek mythology. Harpies were often depicted as agents of divine retribution. They would carry out the punishments of the gods, stealing food from those they were sent to torment, and abducting people who had offended the gods. Harpies are also associated with the power of the wind, particularly stormy, destructive winds that carry away people and objects. One of the most famous myths involving the Harpies is their torment of the blind King Phineus. Zeus sent the Harpies to punish Phineus by continually stealing or befouling his food, leaving him in a constant state of hunger. Every time he tried to eat, the Harpies would swoop down and take the food away or spoil it, leaving him with nothing. Phineus' plight only ended when the Argonauts, led by Jason, arrived on their quest for the Golden Fleece. The winged sons of Boreas, Zets and Calais, chased the Harpies away, freeing Phineus from his torment. The Harpies and Aeneas. In Roman mythology, the Harpies also appear in Virgil's Aeneid. When the Trojan hero Aeneas and his men land on the Strophades Islands, they encounter the Harpies, who plague them by snatching away their food. One of the Harpies, named Celaeno, curses Aeneas and his followers, predicting they will suffer extreme hunger before they reach Italy. Symbolism of the Harpies. The Harpies symbolize uncontrollable forces of nature and the consequences of angering the gods. Their appearance as ravenous, untamed creatures represents the destructive power of the wind, as well as the relentless nature of divine punishment. Harpies also embody the concept of swift and sudden retribution, as they snatch away both physical items and the souls of the dead. Legend of the Harpies. The winds howled, and from the storm clouds above descended the Harpies, their talons gleaming in the darkened sky. They swooped down with terrifying speed, their faces twisted with malice and hunger. Wherever they went, they left destruction in their wake, snatching away food, souls, and the unfortunate victims of the gods' wrath. Among those who suffered at the talons of the Harpies was the blind King Phineus. Condemned by Zeus, he sat in eternal hunger, tormented by the relentless Harpies. Every meal was stolen or spoiled, his suffering a reminder of the wrath of the gods. The Harpies were not just creatures of torment, but also symbols of the uncontrollable forces of nature. Their wings carried the storm winds, their screeches echoed through the sky, and their very presence foretold doom. They remain enduring symbols of punishment, terror, and the consequences of defying the divine. Notable Harpies. Celaeno, one of the prominent Harpies mentioned in both Greek and Roman myths. In the Aeneid, she curses Aeneas and his men, Aello and Ocypete. Two of the other named Harpies in mythology, known for their incredible speed and their role in tormenting Phineas. Conclusion: Harpies, with their grotesque, bird-like forms and their role as agents of divine punishment, remain some of the most iconic and fearsome creatures in Greek mythology. They are embodiments of the destructive powers of nature and a reminder of the swift and often cruel justice of the gods.